Alrighty, guys. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Work It Wednesday. I don't even know what today's date is, but it is Wednesday and it is midway through the month. I am Jessica Villareal, Star Director of Team Achieve the Dream. We have Lucy Lovato is driving, Star Director for Team No Limit, and we have several other directors and teams on. I am going to pass it over to Kim, who is going to give us some announcements, and then we'll go straight into our speaker.
Unmute myself. Okay. Can y'all hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. All right. And announcements. I'm like the church lady with the big hat and announcements. Welcome, everybody. Be sure you're checking your workstation at least once a day. That's where all the good stuff is. But before we get to the news tab, everybody knows the clearance section is updated, right? I hope you know that. I hope you sent your customers some links to some things they may be interested to, or a link to just your clearance section. But in other news, let's see, be sure you're opening up that product, the list to update us on our products that are back ordered. It says July 27th, but if you click on it and look at it, they're updating it pretty often. Like today, it was updated at 2 o'clock. So be sure you're clicking on it. Don't let that date on the front fool you. Let's see, World Tour is going to be virtual this year. If you have not been to a world tour, it's like a mini seminar type deal, like not like the full-blown family reunion, but it's like just a one-day type deal, and they're really fun to go to, so be sure you're planning on that. Let me see. NFL warmers, people will be able to complete their purchases on those starting September 28th. They're going to do it in 2 phases, so everybody may not be able to finish out their purchase on September 28th. Some of them will be October 7th. So just make sure your customers are aware of that when they start asking you, hey, where's my email? October Scent of the Month kits are going to be delayed. They're not going to start mailing those out, shipping those out until the 18th, which that's just a couple of days from now. Usually they would start shipping them out the 15th, I think. Let's see. The Villains collection is going to be delayed in coming out. If y'all don't know what I'm talking about, that means you have not been in your workstation in a long time. The Villains collection is one of the ones that they showed us at Family Reunion that has all the witches on it. Like it's like 3 of them on there. So that's going to be delayed coming out. It's not going to be available. Let's see, what is it saying? It's not going to be available on October 1st. And let's see what else caught my eye. And there was a very interesting article about the laundry liquid. If y'all have not seen that, you need to go and read up on that and let your customers know about that. I don't know if people are using too much of the laundry liquid, but they're saying you need to make sure you're using the correct amount and not be using more pumps than needed, because of the enzymes in the laundry liquid. It may not get all rinsed out, and that will give the clothes a bad smell. So make sure your customers know that the pumps that are on the bottle are plenty to wash their clothes. And let's see what else. Be sure you're checking your website, guys, because there's a bunch of Harvest stuff still available. I think the cider mill, I meant to check. The cider mill clean bundle still available. Make sure your customers know that this stuff is still there. If you keep pushing it and keep letting people know about it, then they're gonna eventually hear you, because we've gotten a little bit used to things selling out. So just make sure that they know that those things are still available. Make sure you're not leaving that PRV on the table. And I think that was it. Oh, and we have Bring Back My Buddies. Where did I see Bring Back My Buddies? I can't find it now. But we have Bring Back My Buddies this month, I believe. Let me see. If I find it, I will type it in the, there it is. October 12th. Bring back my buddies. And I think that's it. That's all that I saw of interest.
Awesome. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, don't forget the cider mill bundle, the clean bundle is still available. Smells really good, and it's a good deal. It's the counter cleaner and the dish soap for $20. So make sure you are promoting that. And I'm sorry, I look a little crazy, but I got up from the bed and ran over here. And yeah, the clearance section, there were some items added on there today. And something weird happened, like for myself and some other consultants, that it wasn't pulling up the products, but I went home and pulled it up on my laptop and it's fine. So maybe you just need to change your device if you are having that issue. But there's some new products that were loaded on the clearance section. Make sure you're also sharing that. All these great ways that Scentsy has given us the opportunity to build up our PRV, have amazing parties, have amazing sales, and do all the things. So with that being said, let me go ahead and share these numbers while I pulled over. Okay, so I'm not going to show my face because I have to look at my phone. For the top 10, we have Mackenzie Morgan at 2,382. Amanda Bobbitt at 2,109. Jessica Villareal at 2,097. Ashley Strid at 1,818, along with Brianna Adams, 1,818. Leslie, I am not even going to go there with your last name, so I apologize, but you're the only Leslie. 1,759. Kimberly Xavier is 1,686. Janica is 1,672. Ashley Ramos is 1,640. Marissa is at 1,433. And Kelsey Sparks is at 1,408. And myself is at 1,392. Way to go on the top 10 for the sales for the month out of 865 people in the group. So amazing. A lot of those are top leaders. So as you could see that our top leaders, we work it. And no matter what, we still work it. Just like you guys, you're at 0 on day one, we're at 0 on day one. And what's today, the 16th? We have goals to crush, so hopefully that you could see that your leaders are leading by example and you do the same as well. I also want to recognize Active Frontline. Again, today's the 16th of the month, and I just want to recognize Jessica Villareal. She is top in lead on Active Frontline with 19 people. If you don't know what this is your frontline that has placed an order that are active. So if they placed an order 200 and up, so they're already active for the month. So she has 19 frontline team members already active. Mackenzie has 18 already active. Myself has 15, and Janica has 9. And Marissa has 5. So those are top 5 with active frontline. Way to go. Again, they're top leaders in our group, so we're doing all the things. I want to recognize this because it's huge. We're on this, I keep saying what's today's date. It's the 16th. Lucy, get it right. I want to recognize the leaders who are director and above, who are already getting paid at title for this month. It's Myself, star director. Let's see, Jessica Villareal, getting paid at title already, star director. Janica has hit her director numbers, way to go. And Tiffany Herrera has also hit her director numbers. And we're halfway through the month, and so amazing. So I just wanted to recognize those, and just wanted to give those teams, all of you, if your director's name was a shout out just now, give yourself a pat on the back, because you guys are working it. Another thing I wanted to recognize was top recruits. I am going to, there's a lot of us who have recruited one person, but I'm just going to do the top 3 right now. And that is Hillary and Shantana Harris. They've sponsored 2 new team members, way to go. And our top recruiter so far for the month is Jessica Villareal with 4 and has a couple reinstates. So if you have a couple reinstates, we can't see that, but as far as new recruits, we could see that. So the top recruiter right now is Jessica Villareal. Woo-hoo! As you see, she's like in all of the top things. And if you know what she's been doing lots of online Facebook parties. So I think we all need to get on that level. I need my calendar filled up. I will speak for myself, because that's where it's at, guys. Partying. We are a party-based business, and for you to be on the top and doing all the things, growing your team and having high PRV, you get that from parties. So yeah, way to go, everyone. That is all for recognition, and we'll go ahead and take it away, Ashley. Go ahead. I'm gonna get back on the road.
Okay, nothing else, Jessica? You good? Y'all ready for me to go? I don't.
Right ahead. I'm gonna spotlight you real quick if I can get you free, but yeah, you can go right.
Okay, hello everybody. My name is Ashley Ramos, director of Team Wax. So tonight we are talking about partying. Jessica has shared a lot with Facebook partying, but I'm going to go into a little bit more of pouch parties and kind of on-the-go parties. I do have Facebook parties. I do the whole Facebook party thing. I do want to touch on that just a tad bit. We all love Jessica's office. I've even told her I want to steal your office. But I want y'all to know, if you don't have an office, it is okay. My office, y'all, and my Facebook party display is literally in my living room. So don't let the fact that you don't have an office stop you from setting up some sort of little Facebook display and having a Facebook party. We've shared tons of pictures. I'm not going to share mine. Y'all can go search the Facebook group page, the group pages, Facebook party displays, and you'll see a ton of pictures. I know Janica has one, Jessica has one. Yeah, party on your kitchen table, your countertops. I mean, really showcase the warmers that you have in your home, y'all. Like it don't make it that deep. Like just do you. So with that being said, like I said, I'm not going to go too far into the Facebook parties because we've talked about that, and Jessica's done preached till she's blue in the face about it. And if you haven't watched any of those videos, then you need to go watch them. So I do the same little party packets like her. I'll just touch on that just a little bit. These are my little party packets that I make for my Facebook parties that I send out. I also send these out to people who host personal shopping links. If they live out of town, I will send them something like this. It literally just has all the stuff that we've shared numerous times. It's got samples. It's got a catalog. Just pretty much got everything that if I were to go have a party at their house. Yeah, that's another thing too, y'all. If y'all want to stock up on candy, go get Halloween candy. I know it's probably going to be, you're like, why Halloween candy? Because it's in bulk. Go get it in bulk right now. So yeah, I went and got some Fun Dip, you know, make it fun. I know I put hot cocoa. I know Jessica's put hot cocoa. You can do apple cider. I mean, just do something fun, really inexpensive, y'all. I mean, the confetti's cheap. Again, doesn't have to be that deep. All of my little pouches that I'm going to share with y'all have all of these flyers in them. I'm not going to go into detail about the flyers. If you have not looked at the Google Drive that Jessica made for our team page, I don't know what to tell you other than go look at the Google Drive. It's literally all in there. You can make all of this with your pictures. And yes, it is a lifesaver. If you want to work this business and do all of these Facebook party, pouch parties, all this stuff that I'm about to share with y'all, go check out the Google Drive too. Again, I'm not going to go into detail with that. We've done shared that a lot. So, okay. On the go parties and pouch parties. I'm going to start with kind of like a go from big to little. And I'm going to start with the big pouch party that I offer. This is a bag that you can get at the Scentsy store. It is not required. I will show y'all other things that you can use. This is just kind of like, if I know somebody local, or even if they're far, I'll ship this away. If I know they're going to have a personal shopping link open for a while, I will send them something like this. Or if I'm going to a small home party, this is all I will take. Like if I'm going to a little house party where I know there's only going to be like 5 to 6 ladies there, I will not take a whole setup. I'm only taking this because I want them to see that I party on the go and I make it super simple. So again, you can buy this on the Scentsy store. I think they might even be on sale. I'm not for sure. But it holds all my testers in here, coffee beans so that they can change. I've got a car bar, samples. It's got a card up here with my information on it. You open this little tab. These are little packets that I make. I will share a little bit of information with y'all on these in a second. I put these in here so that if they have a friend that wants to order, they give this to their friend and put their order form back in here. They get a sample. I always hide samples throughout all my little packets. So they'll get a laundry sample. You open, sorry, this thing's like kind of, I've tried practicing with this earlier and it was still not working. You open this little tab and it has the join brochure, monthly flyers. I mean, it just has little pockets with flyers everywhere. Here's the order forms and here's the catalog that my customer who has this, she keeps this. Or like I said, if I go to her house, and she's got a few friends over and we're having a small party, this is what I take. Like if my girlfriend says, hey girl, come over, let's have some wine and let's hang out. I mean, I don't drink wine, but you know, I'll hang out with them. You know what I'm saying? I'll take this over and I'll be like, well, while we're here, y'all want to smell some testers? So this is kind of like an on the go party. And this is really good for if you want to do small home parties and not overwhelm your customers, because you don't want you don't want new potential recruits to see you lugging in 7 boxes of stuff to set up a party. I've done it and I've scared off my hostesses and they did not want to join. So don't be like me. Small at home party. Y'all good? Simple? Okay. That was kind of like the extra party. Then, again, if they do a personal shopping link, and I know they're not going to keep it open for very long, they're going to kind of do kind of a quick party, I will give them something like this if they're local. If they're not local, I will ship them something like this. 90% of the time, I don't ask for my testers back. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't, especially if I kind of feel like they may or may not join. So you don't necessarily have to have testers. You can cut up bricks. And anyways, so this is another little party that I send them. It again has all of this information in there, has testers, order forms, samples. If they are local, they get extra samples that I put in there for them, and I'll go drop this off at their house. These are for people who open like personal shopping links, stuff like that. Where was I going? Business pouch parties. Now, this is going to be a little bit different. So if I have a friend that's like, hey girl, me and the coworkers were looking at your website, bring us some catalogs, I will drop them off a pouch party. Now, if you noticed, this one, I think, only has about 12 testers in it. I kind of divvy up my testers. So this one has just 12 random testers. So this one, for my business people that I send, I only give them 10, and I try to get them to do the 10 for 45 deal. And that's what I try to offer, like the businesses that call me that want to order. So they get all of these, and all that's in here, y'all, is a product sheet, so that I'm not wasting all my money giving out catalogs. They're just getting a product list. It's the same thing. It has all my little information, join brochure. They can order. I go pick this up, and then I deliver their art party. This is another little pouch party. And I'm going to tell y'all right now, go to Walmart. All the school supplies is on sale. You can get these for like 10 cents or like 20 cents, maybe 50 cents. I don't know. My Walmart had them stupid cheap. I don't know about everybody else's. Surely they're the same. But this is just another little on-the-go party. Y'all don't have to make parties that deep. Like it's literally that simple. And that I go drop that off at a business, and I'm like, all right, I'll see y'all in a week. Let me know if y'all have any questions on prices or bundling and saving. Call me. My number's on the back. And they call me. That's it. Another huge successful party that I've had is my pod parties. I only put testers that we offer pods in. My hostess gets a mini fan and a pod pack. I tell her, go find 10 friends. It's $25 for them to get a mini fan and a pod. Get 10 friends. Bring me back the orders when you're done. And that's it. And what I do in the catalog is, you see how I have it tabbed right here? It says shop here. It's upside down. My bad. But that's all that, like, that's how simple it is. And that's my pod parties. I call that a pod party pack for my customers that I'm like, are you wickless? Do you prefer like a wickless or a waxless? I always mix that up. Like a waxless. Do you not necessarily like wax? But what I do is I only put 6, because let's be real, they're not going to order 10 different pods at a time. The likeliness of they're probably only going to order 1 pod. So I only put 6 testers in there of the pods that we offer. Again, nothing too serious, nothing too complicated. I want it to be as simple and, oh, I've got these, and just make it super simple and easy. So that way they're not just like, well, what do I, and if a customer calls me and is like, hey, she doesn't want a pod, she wants, a diffuser fan. Okay, that's fine. Or maybe she wants a go instead of that, or maybe she wants a go and a diffuser fan. All you got to do is just answer the questions along the way. I will say this. If you're going to host parties, go get this right here. This is the Scentsy Holy Grail. This will teach you about our items. It's awesome. Promise. If you don't have testers, go order you a 6-pack of bars. Make you your own testers. Like how I made these samples in here. If you don't have testers to do a pod party like this, go order you some wax that we have in the pods. Crinkle them up. I'm throwing confetti everywhere, and put those in there instead of the testers. You don't necessarily have to have the fancy testers. Don't get caught up in, oh, I don't have the testers. No, order the wax cubes, cut them up, and make you 10 to 16 pod parties. That's a mouthful, pod parties. Anyways, make you a bunch of pod parties and get them out everywhere. And then not only will you get the PRV off of the wax that you order, but then you're gonna have a bunch of pod parties out that you're gonna have like the PRV is just gonna be rolling in. So I'm trying to think. Other than that, there's so many ways to have parties. You can make them extravagant. I personally like to keep it super simple and not do too much, because Scentsy itself can be very overwhelming for our customers. It's overwhelming for us as consultants. So I'm just like, no, let's keep it simple and let's do this. Like I said, you can get a ton of these at Walmart, the dollar store. What else? Other than that, I mean, I'm trying to think. Jessica, I feel like I'm missing something. Lucy, Tiffany, Janica, any of y'all chime in, please. This is in all of my stuff. Again, it's in the Google Drive. Go create yours. What else? Ladies, anything? Any questions about anything?
Yeah, I'll let everybody say if they have any questions, and then I'll add something that I was thinking about.
I freaking love the PEP parties, the pod parties.
Yeah,
that is cool.
I will admit, I've had major success with these. Like my customers, like I go drop these off, and like I'll have 4 $300 parties just within pods. Like I cannot keep my mini fans in stock. Like these two, I actually had to go buy 2 more today because I need to go drop these off. And listen, guys, you can even do this with laundry. You can have a laundry line party. Get you some scents with the stuff that we offer in the laundry products, and have a laundry product. Have a clean party. You can do this with the same thing besides the pods. You can do, like, what am I thinking? Help me. You can do the
flowers.
You can do the fragrance flowers. Yes. You can do the body line, the clean line. I mean, break it down so that way your customer's only focusing on one thing. And if your customers are not buying the laundry line, then go do laundry stuff. My customers were not buying none of this. I probably need to switch out and go to the cleaning stuff now and get them on the cleaning products, because they done jumped on this bandwagon. So I need them to get on to another one. So note to self.
I love it, Ashley. The pods. Wow. I think I heard somebody else do pods, but you know what? I think those are great to pinpoint on certain people. Because I remember when I used to do the home parties, I remember telling people, like, when you would do a plug-in and you had little kids, I would tell them, make sure you do it waist high. right? Because you don't want them to spill the wax. No, we can help you with the wax. We can get it up. It's not a problem. But so now, like ones with little kids, I always use that in my virtual parties too. And they're like, "Ooh, I didn't know y'all had those," And those are, I don't think we advertise those enough, but I think those are great to target those who have little kids in their house.
Yes, pets. That's what I always tell people. If you've got pets with wagging tails, like my cat, she's got a big old bushy tail, and I can't have low line wax warmers because she will straight drag her tail through the wax. And I'm just like, this heifer.
I didn't even, yeah, pets too. Oh, that's awesome. I love the pods.
Pod party. Go make you a pod party. And like I said, you can do it in other lines. You can do the laundry line. I think Wendy, what's her last name? I always get is it
Keep New Gas.
Yes. Okay. She does the fragrance party. Like when she does businesses, she does a fragrance flower setup and only does the fragrance flower testers when she does stuff like that. So that's what she offers for just businesses. Because, a lot of businesses don't want warmers or whatever. So, but heck, we can do a fragrance flower party, and that's only a few testers too. So same concept, just a different product.
Yep. What was I going to? Sorry. So what I was going to show you guys, just like Ashley said, I have so I sent this bag out the other day because I wanted to focus on the pods. So I had some extras, right? I had a few extra of these because my PRV's been so high. I've been getting all the free things. So I put one of these. She was my cousin. I put one of these in there. I put showcase brochures, super simple. I did put testers and a room spray, right? So this is what I sent her. I didn't send any other products because I wanted to focus on the pods. So I think that it's super important that it's so true what Ashley said. And I've heard that from so many customers before that there's so much we have to offer now that people are like, well, damn, there's too many scents to choose from. That's why we always, if you saw that I posted earlier on our team page, I said, focus on a 6-pack this week and go hard with those 6. Because when you showcase them to your customers like that, they're going to want them like that because you're the wax expert. Now, I purchased last month, maybe the end of last month, just a couple weeks ago, I purchased, I got them all free because I had a lot of free product credit. So I got the 8 scents that the fragrance flowers come in. The reason I have not done it is because a lot of the fragrance flowers have been sold out. That's the only reason why I have not done it. But they'll come back. I'm just waiting. But last year, I bought something and did nothing with. But we're going to change that this year. So I bought these little small sampler things. And I have 100. They come in this little package from Amazon. 50 come in a package. Super inexpensive. So I bought those bars because I'm going to melt them down and make my little fragrance flower testers out of the 8 of these. If this is too expensive, guess what? This is heck of inexpensive. And you can go make 8 cents out of these and use those as your testers. That is exactly what I'm going to do for the fragrance flower party. Parties I'm gonna put together. I actually showed you some bags, guys. These bags were like 50 cents at Office Depot. These are old Scentsy bank bags that I've had forever. I've used these all for pouch parties, legit, all of them. These are some that I think I got at Hobby Lobby with they were 50% off, and then I got something else added to it. So I think they came out to like $3 a bag. These are like cool bags. But you can go really cheap. The only thing that I did want to add, like the ceiling is limitless when it comes to what you know, a lot of people say, oh gosh, I can't do it because I don't have what she has. I don't have what she has. You got to get away from what you don't have and focus on what you do have. If you got one bar, put that bar in there, put a catalog, let them go. If you ain't got no testers, it's all good. Give them a bar, give them some catalogs or product lists, and let them go around their way and open them up a party online. This is my biggest takeaway that I'm going to share when it comes to a bag party. When I first started, I had a huge, I didn't do one home party probably until like my second year in Scentsy. And they had to pull tooth and nail to get me to do the party because I'm an introvert. I just am. Like, I can sit here and I can talk to you all day on video, but when we go face to face, that's not my comfort zone. So I did really, really well with bag parties. That was like, I was the queen of basket parties. But when I had a home party and it did absolutely amazing, I realized, okay, so if you've done a bag party and maybe hasn't come out so well, I'm gonna give you 4 tips that you need to try to accomplish. And I realized this after I had my first home party. My first home party, yes, I had to, you know, drive. I had to set everything up, package everything and take it. But when I got there, saw the interaction that I had, how they saw me, and I was that voice, I had a $600 party. So I came back and I'm like, well, damn, what am I doing wrong? Because my pouch parties are only getting to 200 or 150, right? If many of you have been back with us that long, when our minimum was not 200 to be active, it was 150. The way you word something is exactly how your customers are going to take that. Guess what I used to say in the beginning? Girl, we just need to get you to $150 and you're good. No, ma'am. If you have a party with me, there is no 200. It is $500 because we get you the max. $75 free and 3 half price items. We don't even talk in 200s when we have a party. So I want you, I have it somewhere. I gotta go find it. I know it may be on Lucy's team page. I created a document because I really sat and I reflected, what are the main things that I did really well at a home party that I need to do with a basket party, but I'm not going to be there, right? I'm not going to be there. The host is going to have this. And I have to host this culture the best possible way. There was 4 things that I knew I needed to replicate on how great that party went. The first one, the 3 things you need to focus on to build your business is building a bigger network. That means more customers. You have to focus on more parties, not just stopping with the order, and you have to get recruits, okay? So I had to think, how am I gonna do that with her, not me, because I'm not gonna be there, okay? So I have a document that I used to give to every one of my basket party hosts, and I would say, do these 4 things to get more than what your free and half price product will be for a basket party, because I wanted to maximize their free things. I would tell them, I would put 10 drawing slips in there. I won't put 10 drawing slips now. I will share my Google form with her and I will tell her to get 10 people to fill it out. And when they fill that out, if she gets 10, I'm going to give her an extra scent circle. That's what I would give. That was my extra on top of what they already got, because I needed 10 people from that party, just like I would have had 10 people's contacts at a home party, okay? Second, I need more parties. So I told her, I will give you 2 bars if you get someone to take this pouch party and book one. So she has to be your voice. You have to host this culture. If you get someone to take that bag, I will give you whatever it may be. If you want to give a room spray, if you want to give a car bar, if you want to give 1 bar, whatever you want, you do what your budget allows. But I gave her an extra goodie for having someone take that. And this was all in a document. 4 things, that's it. The third one was, and I did this, I promise you, curiosity kills the cat, no joke. I had a recruiting folder. Super simple, but I wrapped it up in an envelope and I closed it. And what I would tell her was, I want you to take this. I never once told her, I want you to read it because I want you to join. I said, I want you to take this, and I wrote on the outside, like I put cute little stickers, and I put, open carefully, this may change your life, okay? I gave it to her, and I said, if you find anybody that comes and they come and smell, whether they buy, whether they don't, anybody that shows any inclination that they might want to do what I do and join my team, give them this envelope to open. If you give that away to somebody and they open it, you're going to get an extra goodie. I'm going to tell you, 9 times out of 10, they would call me and be like, well, what's in the envelope? I want to open it. And I'd be like, well, that's only if you're thinking about joining. If not, leave that for somebody else that is, okay? That was my third thing. And my fourth thing was, we need to get your party to 500. If you get your party to 500, I'm going to give you a free plugin. Plugins are $20. I use the perpetual party reward. I pay 10. I give it to her. That was my 4 steps to making sure I maximize that Power to Basket party, because I'm not there and I'm the consultant. But how am I going to get her to do all the things that I can't do because I'm not going to be there? 1, contacts. You need to build a big network, whether they buy or they don't. 2, getting more bookings. 3, getting someone to join. And 4, she has to hit that $500 mark. Like, those are the 4 goals you want to host this, coach her on this basket party. And I was having people hit 500 left and right. And I will tell you, there wasn't too many times that I hit 2,000, which I could have, but I flipped everybody. Everybody that would have a basket party, 9 times out of 10, they were joining. But I just wanted to share that little tidbit. So hopefully I'll go try to find that document and upload it. I probably need to, maybe I need to update some stuff on it. I don't know, but I'll try to find it.
I just dropped something. Let me, in the Google Drive that Jessica has shared, because hostess coaching is important, like she said, because you can't just give it to them and expect them to know what to do with it. But in the Google Drive, I'll find it because I have the list. We have created a bunch of Google forms, again, that Jessica has shared. I think I've even shared mine. Well, I don't know if I shared it in here. But, like, here's our Facebook party checklist. Like, I need to fill this out. Ignore my checklist. But we have a checklist that tells you, like, create Facebook banner, Google form, party link, hostess coach. Like, we have a checklist for you to help you keep you, like, where you're in track. Like, she even has a basket party one.
Yes, I was gonna say that. I have the basket. I made a basket.
Yeah, basket party one. And here's my thing. Like, I don't put the drawing slips in there anymore just because people weren't returning the drawing slips to me. So what we did, like, we created the Google form, and so I send my Google form link to my hostess, and I'm like, all right, like Jessica said, your mission, get 10 people to fill this Google form out for me, and, you know, you got a free Scents or a free car bar. You know, next mission, like, make it a challenge for them. How y'all like challenges and incentives, like when we give y'all challenges and stuff, we got to kind of do the same for our hostess. Like she said, like, set up something that's within your budget. If you can't sacrifice a plug-in right now, again, sign up for the warmer and scent of the month. There's you a warmer that you can give away that you've already paid for and got PRV off of. I mean, it's just, don't break the bank, but you can still make this, how Jessica said, give them a reason to want to hit these goals. And like I said, don't, like you said, don't give them the minimum of 200. Go for the 500, because eventually you want to hostess flip them, and then they're a new recruit already at shooting star, halfway to certified. You see how the ball is rolling? Other than that, that's really all I have. If you don't have,
share real quick.
go ahead.
Sorry.
No.
I just got home, so I wanted to share real quick what I add on my bag parties. I got this idea from Chloe Cox, and I buy these little rings here from Walmart, Dollar Store, Hobby Lobby, wherever. I hole punch and laminate these because I just reuse them on each bag. And this one here says, and it is in my team page, and I will find it and maybe push it up to the top. But it's a grab bag party, and it basically says, welcome to the party that you can sniff and share. Remember to take me everywhere. Slide me in your bag and take me to work. The more you share, the more these testers do their best job. Because remember, our testers and our samples, those are our employees. Wherever you go, bring attention to me. The more orders you collect, the more you get free. Shipping rate for party orders between $200 and $4.99 will be 5% of the total. Party totals of 500 or more will receive free shipping. Once the party is over, send me back the testers, order forms, payments. Once your party reaches 500, it's free shipping for everyone. You will be a great host, and I'm certain that you'll have lots of fun. I cannot wait for you to enjoy all the rewards that you have won. Ask me how you can keep this party and start your own Scentsy business. And then she just has like the picture of the fragrance flower and then some of the scents that she has on there, just for eye catch. And then I also put the top 10 reasons why you should join Scentsy on here. And then on here is the hostess rewards chart of what they'll get, how much their party is and what they'll get and all that good stuff. And I also keep the bundle and save in here. So the only thing that I will have to add inside here is my testers, my catalogs, my order forms. One thing I do is I do not give them, like Jessica and Ashley mentioned, customers could get overwhelmed when they're hosting a party because we have over 80 scents. I do not throw 80 cents in front of a customer or hostess. I don't do that. You need to give them no more than like 25 cents, literally, probably even less. Plus, with one big old testers that you get, the whole set, you could break that up and have like 4 to 6 parties a month. So you do not have to give them every single scent tester in there because they will get overwhelmed on all the scents. So that's another thing I do is a borrow bag. I give them a warmer from either my home or one that I have put up in my closet, my stock closet that I no longer use, and I let them borrow that warmer or that the mini fan diffuser, which is really a top seller for me right now too. I'll let them borrow that for 3 to 5 days, and then I'll pick it up. I'll give them a couple scents of different scents of the cubes, just so they could try it, every other day, change out the wax. But I do that as a borrow bag. But yeah, just wanted to share that really quick.
I don't really have anything else, like I said, other than if you don't have the testers, go order you a 6-pack of wax. You'll get the PRV off of it. Because I can't melt the wax down because it gives me too much, like how Jessica makes a bunch of little tiny felt samples. I personally can't melt them down like that. It'll give me a migraine because I just suffer from migraines. So I cut mine up. This is honestly a very generous sample. You could probably cut this even smaller. But yeah, you can get PRV and still make you sample testers. Like, that easy, guys. Don't overthink it. I guess that's the main thing. Don't overthink the whole party thing. The cards that Lucy just shared are really good cards. I was actually looking for those cards because I wanted to print them out to put in these parties. I'm glad you brought them up. So yeah, other than that, that's it. And again, it's like, isn't this like $2 or
Yeah.
like
I think it's $2. I just ordered 2 more the other day.
seriously, guys, it like sells tips. Literally gives us tips on how to sell our wax. Like, this is like the Cliff Notes to the Scentsy Bible. Get this. Especially
if you're having a hard time selling, like people say, I can't sell anything. The product training guide is freaking amazing. The other day I went through, took me about an hour and a half, but I went through every product that is in that product training guide, and I created 2 to 3 minute videos explaining the benefits of every product. Those videos I will share with my customers in my VIP group. I will share it on my Instagram business page. I will share with my customers when they say, oh, what does the diffuser do? Oh, guess what? I got a video to show you that. And all I did, I didn't even say everything in the product guide. I just highlighted some of the things that I love about that particular product. But the product guide is definitely a place to start. One more thing I did want to tell you, because sometimes I've gotten this question with basket pour pouch parties, like how long do you leave them open? So this is what my rule of thumb, and if anybody else wants to chime in on what they do, you can. What I used to do in the very beginning, like Lucy said, there's 80 testers. Well, there was way back in the day. I couldn't even tell you. I ain't even bought a full tester set kit, and I don't even know how long. There used to be 80 testers way back in the day when I joined. I remember I bought 2 testers, and the only reason I didn't buy 2, I bought 1, and then I had free product credit and got the other one. So what I did in the beginning is I made 20-cent packets, right? So I had 80 that made 4. Then I got another 80 that made 4, and I had 8 basket parties. My mindset, and this was something that I learned from Becca Levi, was because Saturdays were my day, right? I worked during the week, so I couldn't go, drop off and talk and do all this. I had to, my days were I dropped off on Saturday and I left it there and picked up the next Saturday. So what my goal would be is during the week, I needed to find somebody to take these 8 baskets, right? And what I would do is I would find 4 people, right? 4 people at the same time. Because let me tell you what this is going to do. 4 people at the same time. And I would say, okay, I'm going to go deliver the basket party Saturday. So Saturdays, I would get up and I would go leave those 4 or 6, however I got, and I would drop it off. I would tell them what they needed to do. I had that little hit these 4 tips. That was my hostess coaching, and I left them. I'd go back the next Saturday and I'd pick them up. What you're going to find is you're going to have 1 or 2 that are going to kick butt. They're going to have $200, $300, $400 in orders. Then you're going to have somebody or 2 or 3 that did absolutely nothing, that has 0. But guess what you do? You bulk those together and you make it a $500 party, okay? And you go the next time and you go and put the point that I got really, really good with basket parties, I had all 8 at one time out. So hopefully that gives you an idea if you're thinking like, how long do I let them keep it? Don't go past a week. That's my advice, because when you do that with any party, people will just linger and I'll order later, or I'll go on there later and I'll do this, and then they never will. So that's my rule of thumb. I don't know if anybody else wants to add anything else on their timeline, but my timeline is no longer than 7 days.
I don't want to add anything on the timeline, but I do want to say something. I'm not going to start my video because I look terrible. But okay, so during this call, I have gone to Amazon and found mini bags, just like the one that you showed, the big holographic one with the handles. I just went in and ordered a couple packs of pods, and I'm going to put those in, in that bag with a mini wall fan. Okay, so Pod Parties is about to go off. So thank you guys so much for that. That's something I never even thought of, but that is pure gold right there. I also, since we're talking about parties, I just want to share something. So tonight, I just, right before I hopped on here, got off my 4th live party. So this is my 4th party, okay? And this is the first time that I have had sales during the live. 4 times. And y'all have seen that big fancy setup that I have that I've put my life savings into. Not really, but I've put a lot of money into that thing. And this is the 4th time, and this is the first time that I've even had an order, okay? Does that mean I'm not going to show back up next week? Absolutely not. I'm going to be right back on Wednesday of next week doing my next party, because eventually I know that I'm going to sell from it. But my point to that is, it doesn't matter what it looks like. Everybody's parties are not going to be great. I mean, you're going to have parties that aren't good. You're going to have parties that are good. That goes for pouch, live, everything. But you just have to keep showing up and keep trying to do it. I have a lot of girls that are right now nervous about doing the whole live thing. So maybe this basket party stuff can help more with that, because everybody parties different.
Let me add to Jessica's little thing. So I'm the same thing. I only do a week long. But when they're ready to close the party, I'm like, okay, so you're ready to close the party. Who do you want to get? Who do you want to pass that party on to? I don't give them the option to give it back to me. I ask them immediately. I'm like, so who do you want to give that to? I'll go refill it. Like I'll go to you to refill it. I don't want the party pack back. I'll go to you to refill it. And then you can pass it on to somebody else. But yeah, I only do my parties. Maybe I'll extend it sometimes for 2 weeks if it's kind of struggling, but if I don't know, like Jessica said, don't keep it open too long. And way to go, Janica. Whoop whoop. I will add that I've done a Facebook Live and my hostess didn't even show up. I had 0 people show up for my Facebook Live, and I still did it. I still did the presentation like if there was 100 people watching. Just do it, ladies. Just do it, because you're never gonna get comfortable going live. I still get nervous, like AF, coming on here talking to y'all, like nervous, like caking on the deodorant, dabbing the oil spots. I'm like, oh, like it'll be fine. You'll be fine. Your customers will love you for being genuine, so it'll be all right. Just rock it out and it'll get better eventually. So, all right, I'm done.
So true. Anybody else have anything? Lucy, have anything else?
No, I don't. I just want to say, way to go, Janica, and so very true to follow up what she said, that not every party you're gonna get sales at. You're gonna get sales. Not every party is gonna be a rocking party, but you have to keep on partying, and you have to find your way of partying. Yes, everything sounds good, but find you one thing that you are that you could really focus on and work on and go hard with that. And again, the first 5 parties may be like 0, but oh well, keep on going. Because I guarantee you're gonna get one of those parties that's gonna be like the hit. You're gonna get 500 in PRV. You're gonna get 2 people to book from that party. You're going to get 2 people to join from that party, and that's where it'll start. That's where it starts rolling in. Like Ashley said, she doesn't want to get the bag back, and she wants the hostess to pass it on to somebody else. That is one of your main goals, to keep on partying, to get bookings from parties, because if you just have one party and you don't offer someone else to book from that party, from that basket party, from that online party, from that home party, whatever party you're having, if you're not getting bookings from that, your business is going to kind of slow down again. So yay to everyone who shared. Thanks, Ashley, for all the tips on the parties. And yeah, I don't have anything else. If no one has any questions, I haven't really even checked out the chat.
I haven't seen any questions. Man, the only thing I can leave you with is, guys, I never was a person to have high PRV, ever. Like, I've blown my mind since May. I'm ahead of the game for annual sales. That never, ever was something that I thought I could do, ever, in 10 years. And I just counted the amount of PWS orders I had this week since Monday. I've had 13 PWS orders since Monday, and that's all from parties. I promise you, if you have yourself a booking blitz, if you don't know what that is, get with your sponsor, get with your leader, sit down and don't give yourself an excuse. Like, you can say all day, we can all say it. Nobody wants to party. Nobody wants to have a party. I don't care. Go back to the drawing board and ask again. Go ask 10 different people, because that's exactly what I did. I put every excuse aside and I sat down and I said, I don't know what the hell I'm doing, because I didn't know anything about Facebook parties. I went and researched it. I followed what the top leaders were doing, how they were making things happen. I followed exactly what they did, piece by piece. I went and I booked me 4 parties in the month of, in July. From July, those 4 parties is what has driven me. That had 6 parties last month. I had 8 parties this month. And my goal is to get 10 or 12 on the books for next month. And that's how, the only way I hit $3,500 in PRV last month. That is the only way I'm going for 4K this month. And guess what? I calculated in my Google form how many people I have. Every one of those people that has filled out that Google form is a brand new customer, because I didn't know any of them. Do you know how many are in my Google form right now? 71 customers out of these parties I've had in the month of July, August, and September. 71. Insane. But you just got to put your head down and you got to do it. You just got to do it. It's not going to be easy. I didn't want to go do all the research. I didn't want to learn how to make party bags. I don't like to get in here and ship them and send them out. But I do it, and it has proven to be successful. That's the only reason I have 4 new recruits this month. That's the only reason I had 2 last month, is because I did the work. So that is what I'll leave you guys with. We're going to talk about Facebook parties next week on Wednesday. So I hope that you guys join us. I hope that, I'm going to tell you, if you have a team of 5, you get 2 people on that team going hard with Facebook parties, you can't tell me you won't make director by the end of the year. I promise you, it can happen. So I highly, highly recommend that you bring your team members to next week's Zoom, because I'm going to have a packed training for you about Facebook parties, party packets, Google Forms, how I'm following back, how I'm doing it. I'm going to show you in a group, in a party, how I'm doing it. I'm going to show you how I text message every single customer and tell them thank you for your order and invite them to my VIP group. It has changed my business, dude. Like, changed my business. So I hope that you guys take the time. If I could give you any homework before next call, go watch Christina Stainbrook's video on party packs. Go watch somebody help me out here. Who was the last one that did the I think that the Make the Shift, but hell, whose YouTube is it on? It's on Callie's, on Jilly Sue's, right? Right? On both of theirs?
Yeah, or Heather Gort.
Okay. So
Gorsh, or I don't know.
yeah, you could find Heather Gorsh, Gorsh, I believe. Jilly Sue, Jilleysue, or Callie Petticord. Go find them. Watch their videos from now until next week on successful Facebook parties. The reason I say make the shift, because they do it like it's like 7 superstar directors together. And they have not just one, they have a couple of YouTube videos with different aspects of the Facebook party. They show some verbiage, they show back and forth. You need to get on there and watch that before next week's call. So when we come back next week, you have some ground floor level training to understand. And you're going to be ahead of the game, because the little tidbits that I'm going to tell you that I put my spin on it will just give you that extra. So that is all I'm going to leave you guys with. Have a kick butt week. We are week 3 in. So much can still happen for the month of September if you allow it.
Really quick, if you will go on your team page or all the team pages you're in, whichever one you want, and post your aha moment that you got from today's call, just so that others could see that what they're missing out on if they're not on these calls, and make sure that you invite everyone to next week's call or every Wednesday at that. That is in your downline. Another thing that I forgot to announce is October, they're going to start dropping folks. And I say they as, Scentsy. So if you have someone in your downline that has a check mark or that is just been sitting at 0, you need to pick up that phone and maybe give them a call if you personally sponsored them, and let them know what's going on. Like, just ask them, how can I help you with your business? Because just FYI, Scentsy has been very, I don't know the word to use, but they've been very easy on everyone just due to COVID. They haven't dropped anyone, but it's time for you to get your life and your Scentsy life together before you get dropped. No, I'm just kidding, but you know what I'm saying. So make sure you reach out to your downline and see if they need any help to get active, so they will not drop. But yeah, good night, guys. Love y'all. And
I just want to share something real fast before we jump off. I know a lot of y'all always say y'all can't find new customers. Parties is how you find new customers. I moved 9 hours away from all of my customers and had to start all over and had to get a whole new customer base in Nebraska. So it can happen. Host parties, guys. Don't sleep on the parties. Go get them made. And that's it. That's how you get new customers. Host parties.
Great
So,
job, guys. At the max, we had 43 people on. Y'all are showing up. I'm just saying. So keep on showing up. Have a good night, guys.
bye.